Took me about 10 years and hundreds of rejections over 6 books before I landed a literary agent. The day I landed a literary agent was one of the best days of my life. I'm not even kidding. But in hindsight, there are a few things that I would have done differently if I had to do it all over again. First, I would have experimented earlier in my writing. I would have been trying to write in different age categories. I would have been trying to write in past tense, present tense, third person, first person, experimenting with different projects and finding out which voice I best align with. My first 5 books I wrote in third person past tense. I switched over to first person present tense with my 6th book, and that's the one that got me an agent and a book deal. Also, I was writing primarily middle grades like Percy Jackson, Fablehaven, Harry Potter. I had been writing several books there in that category, and I wasn't able to break out. I wasn't able to get interest. I moved over to young adult, and suddenly I got interest. One of the things that I realized about myself that didn't really fit into middle grade is I was writing stories that had too elaborate plots, and so I needed longer word counts. So young adult was actually a better fit for me. Furthermore, by not conforming to the right word count guidelines, I got a lot of rejections from agents simply because my books were too long for younger readers. Furthermore, I had a couple projects that I refused to give up on, and I probably held on to them for too long. That being said, I refused to give up on Sky's End, and that paid off. So at the end of the day, it's really easy to look back in hindsight and be like, oh, you shouldn't have done that, you shouldn't have done that, you shouldn't have done that. But I'm proud of my journey, and honestly, querying has made me into a better person. I did not have as much humility when I started this. I thought I was going to be this celebrated, author after I wrote my first book. My first book was trash. So it was really humbling, and it really made me strive to get better.